Okay, tribe, that's it for today's study group. You know how I do. Did you like this group? Not like this group? Listen, people on YouTube viewing this, I didn't get no value out of this. It's not, this ain't it. Honest feedback.
I can start, Jenny. It was great. We did a lot of questions, and I've learned to think, like especially the first question, which is first, which one is first thing to do or the last thing to do. I think what I need to do is to read the question and take my time to understand it, the context of it, instead of thinking like what would I have done. So I have to think, using I've been reading the code of ethic, and I don't know all of them, but it has been helping me since you said like focus on that. And I find that everything you're saying right now, it does make sense. Once you know the code of ethic, then you can relate to the questions better. But thank you. It was a great session.
No, absolutely. And as another reminder, read the code of ethics. Read the code of ethics. Definitely helps out with the studying and the learning process.
I would like to say, once again, this was a great class. I was on that class with the 4, so I definitely appreciate that, how it's going now with the flow, with the more questions. I appreciate the time that you do take to explain and how everybody is allowed to give their feedback on how they got the rationale on breaking down the question. That is really helpful because sometimes you see stuff or think, people think from different perspectives. So that's really great. And for me personally, I think like it's helping me to really focus on the questions, focus on the words and everything that's really being asked to be able to answer the questions when I'm looking at the options. So I appreciate it. And I thank you for your time.
No, absolutely. And thank you for coming back. You're part of the tribe. And I'm glad it's helping because, again, a big part of these groups is hearing your thought process, not just saying like, oh, it's B, it's A, it's C, it's, like I want to hear, how the tribe, how you guys are looking at these questions and how are you looking at these answer choices? Because, there's a few of us in here, right? And we're able to really listen and be like, oh, I didn't even think about that perspective. And that's how they got the right answer. Or, oh yeah, I was thinking about it too. Oh, okay, I can see why that was the right answer. And I just need to like focus on that perspective more. But absolutely.
Hello. This is hi, I'm Phyllis. This is my first time. And I just found you on YouTube maybe about 3 weeks ago. I have not worked somewhat in the field in maybe 10 years, but I've been doing supervision, pro bono, and some other things. But I work basically with senior citizens. However, looking at the questions and listening to the answers and the rationale behind what everyone was saying was very helpful. I had no idea, or I had some idea how to approach the question, but I kept referring back to the questions that I had when I did the MSW some years ago. And I noticed that these questions for the LCSW are on a totally different scale. So it helped me to center where I need to be to continue my study as I progress to take my test this summer. Thank you very much.
Oh, no, absolutely. And welcome to the tribe. The official, this is all the tribe, whether, people tune in, watching the videos, coming to the study group and everything. We're all the social work tribe. And it's one thing to, like you were saying, where we're looking at the questions and we see them, the answer choices. It's like, oh, this one sounds good. It sounds good. But then when you hear like the rationale and, going back to the code of ethics or like the DSM and like applying it to the actual question, it really starts to, show why the answers are the answers that they are, type of thing. But yeah, thank you for attending. I definitely appreciate you.
Hi, this is Malika, and I just wanted to say just thank you. Whatever motivated you to make this sacrifice, I'm saying thank you because I've got quite a few study tools. I really struggle with the motivation. It just kind of seems really intimidating. and I've kind of just been sitting back. And I frequently go to YouTube, and I've seen some of your videos, and I'll be like, man, I'm gonna save that one, and I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna come back and check that out. And they've always been very helpful. But this right here, the way you would break down some of the answers, I might have an answer and it wouldn't be right. But then after I heard it, I understood the path that you were thinking on. And I started to see myself get the answers correct as we went on, because I started to think differently. So that was just very helpful. And it's also just motivated me. I feel like studying. I'm like, look, are you going to crack open some of this, start studying more and get to some more of these classes, and let's put those dates in. Let's go ahead and get this exam done. Let's go pass this test. And I appreciate everybody else and their input. It was very helpful too, just the dialogue. And like you said, not just doing A, B, C, D, but like, how am I thinking about it? How is somebody else thinking about it? That helped as well. So just really appreciate the course and looking forward to catching some other ones.
No, absolutely. And I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad, you're getting value out of it. That's my main goal. Like, I want to give value to you guys. Like, I know what it's like not to understand something, and it's just like, man, I'm not grasping it. And I said, like, let me take a shot at it. Let me put my Ray spin on it and see if this can help people. And like you talk about, like, that motivation, I get you guys emails, and we talk about like having a decrease in motivation due to whether it's like not passing an exam, not getting a certain topic or anything. And I'm like, you know what? Like, let me just see if I could put my race spin on like how to learn this material. And especially when the other tribe members, it's like every group, someone mentions something, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even think about it from that perspective. And it helps guide us to the right answer, and it helps the other tribe members within the group. So no, absolutely. And I'm glad that that motivation is there. And I want it to be there, that the studying doesn't have to be like a dreading process, There could be some fun to it.
Thank you, Ray. I'm sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, Ray, once again, another great week. Thank you so much for, breaking down the questions and allowing us to participate. And just like, it was a team effort. I didn't get all the questions right. And I think that's probably because of, just me trying to put my own work experience into it. I guess my history, I probably need to stop doing that. But other than that, yeah, I just appreciate just the rationales that you give every week. And thank you so much for everything. I appreciate it. I could definitely see myself doing this like 3 times a week. So if you offer any more additional groups, I'll definitely attend. Thank you.
I'm trying to, I know some people even ask me about the individuals and the stuff like that. I'm like, God, I'm trying to work it in my schedule. I got you guys. Like, I definitely want to provide that value to you. And all the process, we're going to get through this together.
Ray, again, thank you for another session. Thank you for allowing us to dialogue and think things out with each other and helping us to just get the meat of the question. And so your Ray spin is working. Thank you again.
It. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Hey, Ray. I just wanted to say thank you. I appreciate having the opportunity to get a chance to apply all of the content that I've been studying. I think that's one of the things that drew me to this is, I can study all day and read things and, memorize material, but it's that application. And like you said earlier, using kind of the laws or the unknown basics, applying it to the question of what we know makes the biggest difference, and being able to hear from other people's perspective is very valuable.
No, absolutely. And as I said, like when I break it down, it's the information piece, all that information, and then like you were speaking to, like applying it. Because and I've been there when I was studying, and especially for the LSW exam, went through all the information. I was like, all right, I got all the information. they didn't really do too many practice questions. And then I was like, what is this? It just looked different and how to apply it. So yeah, it's definitely important. And I'm glad you attended it. I got you. All right, tribe. Thank you for attending this RayTube study group, team effort. And, I look forward to continuing to do these and providing more value, because I want you guys to win. Like, I want you guys to win. I want you guys to get your license, the next part of your license, and just continue to flourish. So thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right, guys.
Thank you, Ray.
All right, tribe. Have a great rest of your day and weekend and all that fun stuff.
Thank you. You also. Thank you.
Thank you so much. See you
Absolutely. See you next time. Thank you, guys.